criador de conteúdo postou esse vídeo bizarro após encontrar aquela porta numa montanha rochosa no meio do nada. Ele achou que seria uma ótima ideia tentar chegar até aquela porta, abri-la e ver o que tinha lá dentro. Só que ele percebeu que não iria ser tão fácil assim. Parecia que aquilo tinha sido feito para nunca ser aberto. Mas claro, depois de muito persistir, ele consegue chegar até aquela porta e aí a curiosidade fica ainda muito mais visível. Aqui já dá para perceber que ele não deveria ter ido até aquele local, não deveria encostar naquela porta. Olha isso, gente. Que porta é essa? Muito bizarra. Olha aqui também, tem alguns desenhos, tirando aqui o vandalismo, que são bem estranhos. Nessa parte que tudo fica ainda mais misterioso. Ele ainda tenta forçar e abrir a porta. Com certeza tem um motivo muito grande para ninguém conseguir abrir aquilo. Esse local foi feito para conter alguma coisa. Mas quem ou o que estava preso ali que não podia sair? E o mistério ainda continua, porque dá para ver nitidamente que parece ter um fundo falso, tipo uma parede falsa. Será que ainda tem alguma coisa ali atrás?
Translation, please. Somebody let me know. Doesn't that remind you of the movie X-Men? Remember when the dude put his head through the whole thing and he fell into the water and then he ended up landing on the beach? No. My only question to that is, I did see a comment. Somebody said Mystique shape-shifted into a president. Was they telling us something? I seen your comment, bro. I apologize. I don't remember the name. I remember going through the comments hella fast and I seen it and I was like, ooh, I remember that. Was they telling us something or was they not?
Maybe.
I'm asking. I'm not saying yeah, I'm not saying no. I'm asking a question. So y'all tell me, please. This is interesting.
POV, you're cleaning out the deceased mother's freezer and make a 50-year-old discovery. Back in 2019, this guy by the name of Adam Smith, he was taking care of his mother who was like slowly passing away because of, and there was this box, a wedding cake box inside the freezer that she would always say, don't touch it, don't touch it. He thought that it was her wedding cake from 50 years ago.
That she was just preserving?
Yeah, that she wanted to keep for like the rest of her life. It wasn't until she had passed away that he was like, you know what? I think I should just open it.
Like, it's time. She's not here. She can't stop me. Let me just see.
He decided to open it. When he opened it, there was a pink blanket. Right? And inside the blanket, there was a baby.
Okay. Well, what the why did the grandma have the baby? What the
So he decided to call the cops. The cops got there, started like doing tests and stuff, and they weren't able to determine the reason as to why the baby had passed away. But what they're assuming is that maybe the mom had a
miscarriage or something, or
not like a miscarriage, and I don't think it's a stillbirth either, because it wasn't like a newborn. It was like a couple months old. So maybe like she wasn't able to like let go of like the child dying, because sometimes that happens where the baby stopped breathing for no apparent reason.
Did the son know that the grandma had a baby or something?
That was his mom. He didn't know, bro. That box was older than him, bro. So now, like, what would you do in that scenario, bro? It's kind of like, would you help your boy, or like, would you help a family member cover up a...
Just depends on the reason.
What the
for a valid reason only. If it's just like on some like this shit, I just had the urge to kill somebody and I need to hide the body, then no, bro, you're going.
So
Oh, bro, he said that on camera. He said it publicly. I don't think I would have.
Naik, why? Naik, wah, balik itu naon? Itu naon itu? Why, naik. Why, itu naon, why? Wow. Itu naon, hey!
Hey, that didn't look AI. So my AI believers passed me with that shit.
Y'all, do not come to Holiday Inn in Oakland, y'all. Close it all the way. Y'all, look at this. First of all, they got bullet holes, but look, the door is locked, right? Not for long. Hold on. You gotta just push it. And now we in a fresh room that we didn't pay for. Don't come to Oakland. It's hood over here. Y'all, do not.
She ain't lying, yo. There's some couple places I don't play with in California. Stockton, I'll go through Stockton, but I ain't kicking it that long out there. And Oakland, I'm not kicking it long in Oakland. Even San Jose, I'll go out there, but I know what San Jose really be doing, and I ain't really that type of dude, so I don't really play around out in San Jose either. But Richmond, I don't play around in Richmond either. Like, you won't catch me in certain cities, bro. And if I am, it's for a hot ass second. I don't stop and get gas and none of that. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts.
You're getting here, family. Check this out. Yeah, you see exactly what you're seeing. A three-headed dog popping out a dark-ass cave on some horror movie type shit. But at the same time, I'm thinking about Fluffy. Y'all remember Fluffy from the first Harry Potter that was protecting the stone? Yeah, I guess all movies do have true shit. Or y'all might say AI, let me know, but on Phono Grave, shit is crazy.
He said,
AI or not, I could hear y'all out on this one.
Bruh, what the hell did they do to the twins, y'all? What happened to Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen, y'all? What the heck, y'all? Bro, these celebrities are something else. They are doing something to these people, y'all. This is beyond me, man. These people look like the very first cavemen. Are you kidding me, bro? What is going on here? So can we all agree that everything is going downhill right now because all the celebrities are looking good? Hollywood is shutting down. The music industry is crap, man. The movies are not hitting like they used to anymore. Like we're literally waking up in this illusion. And all of this is from the illusion, y'all. Like it's crazy how they are changing so much more. Every person we grew up with or that we watch on television has changed exponentially. They even got the rock and all the gold, man. Like is this part of the voting that whole Donald Trump thing? Like this is crazy. Like nobody's buying stuff, so there's twins. The 2-for-1 deal. Very interesting times that we live in, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this. The shift is here. Let's get it. Peace in.
That shit's a damn shame. I thought we was done with them.
If not Rome, why Rome shaped? So I went to the National Archive building in Rome, Italy. I mean, Washington, D.C. to check out this building that Matrix says was built in 1935 with tripod, cranes and pulleys. And if somebody said, hey, I'm going to take you to Rome in a time machine in its prime, and you open your eyes and you're standing in front of this building, you would think you were in the heart of Rome. If you face one way, don't turn around, you're in Rome. Look at that. You know why? Because this is Rome. The Roman Empire never went away. They never went away. They conquered the entire world. All of D.C., the whole city, all of New York, the whole D.C., the Capitol building, the monuments, all of that is all Rome. And this building, look at these pillars. They didn't have laser technology to make these pillars look like this. And the Matrix said they quarried this Indiana limestone and they chiseled it to be perfect. Hand chiseled. No technology. No, just thousands of craftsmen and masons to create this. Now look at this door here, guys. This door, as a reference point, I'm 6 feet tall. All right. This door is 38 feet and 7 inches tall. Each door. Okay. Look at the frame. How'd they get the frame to look like that? And each door is 6.5 tons each. Bronze.
There is but one path ahead.
When lightning flashes, some are frightened, but others see the path ahead.
To make these doors. They're about 10 feet wide, almost 39 feet tall. How'd they do that? And the Matrix couldn't find any evidence, no photo evidence of the construction of these doors at the foundry. They couldn't find it. They were like, oh, it's just, word of mouth. There's no real evidence to prove that these doors are built at that foundry. And the construction photos for this place, they're photoshopped, man. If you deep dive and look at them with a critical eye, you can tell they're photoshopped. They're fake. Here's another thing I need you guys to understand. This is a stone building. Rock. The whole building is stone, marble, and bronze. This is not something you can just easily throw up. Okay? This required very advanced technology. Look how sharp these pillars are. The Matrix is just the audacity. They are very, very confident in their stories. And most of us just accept it. Remember, this is stone. Heavy. This visiting this place kind of made me mad. I was like, dude, this place is built for giants. Obviously, this is a wrong.
Why Washington Monument blew me away. The obelisk did too.
I think that Mel Gibson got it right, portraying Satan as this woman and baby. And I think it's biblical. I'm going to show you. Scripture also maps out exactly how to completely defeat Satan. So in Matthew 4, Satan takes Jesus
There's a price.
The weather is heaven's to decide.
By offering
My
him
job is
things
to
of
travel
the flesh.
day and night.
Exactly like
Want
the
to stop
harlot
me?
in Revelation.
Catch us in my shadow.
Jesus responds by listing the appropriate commandments from the 10 Commandments. One of the many obvious proofs that the Bible is the Word of God is that you can use it to interpret itself. So looking back to 1 Kings 10, when Solomon built his temple, the Queen of Sheba came to question him and give him very difficult riddles. He passed the test because he had the Holy Spirit in him. Solomon directly
Leave
told
it
us
all
what
to
his
me.
word was and where it came from. In Ecclesiastes, he says, "Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man." And then in Proverbs, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and forsake not your mother's teaching." The commandment, the Holy Spirit, "If sinners entice you, do not consent." We know that Solomon passed the test by having knowledge, but we don't know what questions the Queen of Sheba gave him. Mind you,
My word is
Sheba
my bond.
was south. Sheba is the queen of the south. Right off the bat in the Gospels is where we get this story, where God shows us exactly how to answer. And guess what? He answers by responding with what God has commanded us to do. Probably as an example. This is why I'm so huge on reading the entire Bible, because pretty much everybody thinks that end times prophecy is just Revelation and the book of Daniel. That is so far from the truth, and I think that God has it designed that way because there are bits and pieces all throughout the entire Bible that are not directly in Revelation or Daniel. Jesus says in Matthew 12, "The queen of the south will rise up at the judgment with this generation and condemn it. For she came from the ends of the earth to hear the wisdom of Solomon, and behold, something greater than Solomon is here." So Jesus directly calls the Queen of Sheba the Queen of the South, which would equate with the mother of the flesh, I think. And remember, Sheba was south of Israel, so the physical version of the spiritual reality, in my opinion. And Sheba tried to stump Solomon by testing him with difficult riddles. Jesus was tempted by Satan in the exact same way, and he directly says that the Queen of the South is rising up with the judgment. Matthew 12. I know people are tired of me talking about this chapter, but I just feel like something is coming and it's going to take a lot of people by surprise. I do not believe that this is Mary. I believe that it will pretend to be Mary. I think that this is the Queen of the South. Same chapter number as Matthew. Here's some artwork of the Queen of Sheba. She's always portrayed the exact same. So she'll have like strawberry blonde or red hair with two small children that look like twins. I went into a museum the other day and it had like a church or temple section, and it had like pagan elements but also Catholic elements in the same exhibit. No shade to Catholics, just the system. They were calling this Mary, and they had like a different bust that was pretty much the exact same thing that they were calling, I think it was like Saint Barbara or something. Mind you, right next to the Mary statue was a bishop that's very clearly a Nephilim. The glowing gold eyes, the face paint, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is why I've surpassed the point of even like questioning why God gave the commandments, because he said no images. Revelation, how many times does like end times prophecy mention the image of the beast? Like they'll worship an image. Well, look at all of these images, and people are going to think that God or Mary or whoever is going to look a certain way because they're used to seeing a specific image.
I'll give it to her. She a legend, bro. She be dropping some heat.
What up, everybody? It's Angel Dust. So, if you don't know what flock cameras are, you need to understand it ASAP.
The majority of people still think flock is just a plate reader on a pole, but every pass logs your vehicle's make, model, color, decals, speed estimate, timestamp, and route, and all this feeds into a massive movement database. That's really just the entry layer. Flock now links with Ring, letting police request doorbell footage directly through the app. They've also added audio detection, real-time alerts, and cross-city data sharing. Then you add in the drones, automated launch, live aerial video, plate reads from the sky, even vehicle following. They can now cover entire neighborhoods in minutes and plug into the same network.
This is actually totally illegal. The government cannot legally surveil you. but they found a loophole and it's private companies doing it and it's selling the information to the Fed. It would be terrible if, like they do in London, if this started happening. It would be terrible. Don't do this in the United States. Just don't do it. You're going to hurt our ability to control and surveil you, which would suck, right? We need to have full control over you. We need to grab you by the throats. We need to enforce digital ID. We want your banking information. We want your social security card, all your medical information. We want it in one place so we can strangle the... Sorry. We just want to make everything just work great for you. Because that's what the government does, right? Peace, blessings, and shine.
So how is people still going missing? How is kids still getting taken if they can survey you like that? How? Why are they still pulling us over, asking us if we have A, B, and C, or where we coming from, or why do they like to ask us those questions if you can survey us?
I appreciate your help.
Now you just playing with me at this point. If you already can survey my car, you already know where I'm going, you already know my moves, you already know when I'm going out of my norm. So when these people do these wild ass crimes, or these people taking shit, or taking people, or taking kids, or trapping, y'all get what I mean? Why we can't find it? Y'all know shit don't make. Do it make sense? It don't do it. I'm just saying. Well, it makes sense. They stop what they want to stop and let go what they want to let go. That's all it come down to, bro.
Baby, if you don't want somebody coming back to your house after they leave, you throw you some salt down over their foot track. Sweep it right on out that door.
Ambush! Are you
Come on, team, back me up! They found me! Now the fun begins.
Well, I just went down this rabbit hole and go through the Bible, and let me start with saying this.
Don't be reckless. Perform counter at the right timing.
You know that it was the truth. Mind you, I've seen a couple of videos about this and I had to find out the truth for myself. Some Bibles literally do not have Matthew chapter 17, verse 21 in it. Mind you, it just skips from verse 20 straight to verse 22. Like that verse never existed. But in some older Bibles, like the King James Version, for example, the verse is right there. So I had to open up my Bible and see for myself. And what I saw was shocking. So I opened up Matthew chapter 17, and I scroll down to verse 20. Look at the 21. And if you can see right here, 21 is gone. 21 is missing. Now you got to ask yourself, why is this missing? And here's what's weird. Matthew 17:21 is a verse that can be interpreted a couple of different ways. One way you can interpret it is, basically, it's giving you the keys to heal your body. Another way you can interpret it is, it's telling you how to get demons out of your life by praying and fasting. A very specific message. A very powerful message. So why would these people take that out of the Bible? Why that?
Fine thunder,
so
ready to strike.
And now the official explanation for this, scholars are saying that the oldest manuscripts never include that book. And but logically, you wouldn't just skip from 20 to 26.
Run away while you had the chance.
Okay, cool. Even if only why remove it completely? Why erase a verse that people have known for years? Because if you look at what the verse says, it can literally be taken as it's helping
damaged
you
weapons
with
are easily
warfare,
repaired.
or it's helping you basically stay alive. It's about being disciplined. It's about being focused, fasting, praying, actually fighting back spiritually. So the verse that's telling you how to actually live, how to actually be disciplined, that verse is taken out the Bible. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, but I'm also not saying it's not. Why would they do something like that? Pay attention.
If someone is sweeping the floor and they accidentally sweep your feet, you should spit on that fast. If you don't spit on it, it's bad luck. If you ever walk down the street and split a pole, you should say bread and butter. If you don't say bread and butter, it's bad luck. If you walk under a ladder, you should always go back.
The shadow will shortly
Don't.
begin to
It's
spread.
bad luck. Breaking the mirror. If a black cat cross your path, why the hell is everything bad luck? Especially number 13. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. If you ever throw salt over your shoulder, is that really good luck? Is the number 13 good luck or bad luck? It's nothing bad luck about 13. And if you tap into this energy, you will be connected to the goddess.
The shadow
Everything in this
begins.
matrix is dealing with time. When I say time controls everything, I'm speaking about your heart. Every time your heart goes boom, 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 the clock goes.
Come on, back me up!
We are not on a clock. We are on a rhythm of heart. He made up stories of bad luck. It's something that's taking place. Real bad luck and good luck. And we see it every day. You know how they say and playing in your face. You're not speaking about the world. You're speaking about the face. Real good luck and bad luck come from your higher self. When your higher self say something and you don't do it, that's bad luck. When they do tell you to do something,
My future is protected.
that's good luck. Let me give you a quick example. You ever leave your house and you walk down the street and you say, damn, I forgot my car keys. I
Even
forgot
one
my wallet.
dent can be
Then
deadly.
you turn back around and go in your house. And after you go in your house, you come back outside and you notice that there was a really bad car crash in the same spot you was going to walk at. If you didn't listen to your higher self, you would have been in that accident. Or maybe you was on your way to work and you missed the train. You might think it's a bad thing that you missed that train because your boss was going to yell at you. By you missing that train, it probably saved your life or put you on a different path. Every second in this matrix counts because the second is really your heart. We are never late. We are never early. There is no accidents. There's no mistakes. Everything is calculated. Bad luck and good luck is just you listening to your inner voice. When you don't listen, when you do listen, congratulations. Before I end my video, I want to say please check out my Chosen One merchandise, the original Chosen Ones. If you want to support
Come and join the bloodshed already!
in the bio.
In 20 years,
Don't rush me, ho.
when the lawsuit come out for this shit, everybody will have.
I'm fixing up my armor.
It's
I'm fixing up my armor.
Stay calm. Observe your opponent's moves first. Perform counters when they unleash the blue focus light.
There can be no escape for the witness grace! I know what to do to bring you back!
Don't nobody ever talk to me. Don't ever. All my homegirls. You want about me Christmas stuff? No. This big ass. This shit so good. I slap the face so hard. You swear not?
The word retreat isn't in my dictionary. Y'all, look at this. Look at this. What are they doing to California? Oh my God. Y'all think that's the ocean? No, bro. This is that fog. Look at this.
Don't be
Look
afraid.
at the color of that fog underneath that sun, bro. This shit look like a whole movie, bro. Remember the movie The Mist? Remember they told us about this? What happened? Oh my God, bro.
Priority now is saving lives.
Experiencing for 2 weeks now, and we're just about the color of the fog. Y'all see that?
Two of them.
You should come here.
It's weird. My eyes sounding clear, but literally, like, it's been like this for like. This doesn't seem normal. The temperature really isn't changing much at all.
Y'all see that? Look at that. It's a whole wall. Look at that, y'all. Y'all see the colors?
Stuff.
I must repair my armor first.
She said she thinks it's some type of chemical type of fog. Maybe the way that she's experiencing.
back in action
Do y'all
once my
smell
armor's
sulfur?
fixed.
Remember last year, like this happened and people were smelling sulfur? Do y'all smell that? I mean, look at it from a plane, y'all. Look at this. Oh my goodness, man. Like you got a whole layer over here. Like you can't get through.
One must
And
not
then you have
take what
clouds on
belongs
top
to
of
another.
clouds. How does that make sense? What?
This is so insane. This is where I live. And it's right on
Dead
the
100-fold.
start of the Central Valley fog. Look at this. This goes on for hundreds of miles across the entire Central Valley of California. You can see
Strike first when you
blanket. That's the coastal ranges over there.
I mean, look at the color of the clouds, y'all. Look at this. It's like burning. It's like on fire almost. And did y'all see the sun? Look at that. It looks like a ceiling fan, doesn't it? See, y'all, look at that. It's funny because I was just talking to my wife about this the other day. I was sitting on my bed and I was looking up and I was like, I've seen the sun look like a ceiling fan before. And now look at this, y'all. It literally looks like a ceiling fan.